Hey, what's up, everybody? We're back at the shop on Friday, and today we want to try to continue to work on the tire machine. As previously mentioned, we're having some issues with the actual rim clamps not functioning, and the bead breaker is in lackluster condition. So we ordered some parts, and they arrived yesterday. So now we finally want to go ahead and try to install them. Here's the one part. So it's the goes to the foot pedal. It's the valve that controls the actual rim clamps. And the valve that's in there, I believe, is bad. I tried to take it out and clean it and lube it up, etc. It seemed pretty stiff and didn't do much. Seems like it's supposed to be stiff because this one also has some kind of tension on it. Man, I'm having the hardest time working with one hand to get the package open, but there's the valve. So that bad boy goes inside the machine. If you can see there, it's the second one over. Has the two black nylon hoses connected to it. So it's held in with a couple of Allen screws. So I'm gonna pull those screws, snatch it out, and swap it out and see what it does. And also the this big drum right here, that is what controls the bead breaker. And they go bad, like the O-rings inside of them go bad from the research I've done. Here's an example of the O-rings. They're all, folded up in the packaging. And it comes with some new fittings, etc. But in my case, I didn't feel like trying to mess around and rebuild the one I got. So this is cheap enough to where I just bought the entire thing. That way it's just a matter of swapping out the part, less hassle, and it, should have a known good bead breaker then. So there it is. I just got to take some time, take things apart and slap it in there, turn on the compressor, let the pressure build up, and see if we don't get this thing back functioning as it should. I also had some other things I had ordered for it, right? So, in the event I do get it working and change some tires, I have some lube for throwing around the bead to help it slip over a rim, and then some bead sealer so that when you go to seat the new bead, you don't have any leaks there. Also, bought a bunch of valve stems and the appropriate tools for that, so the valve stem cores and the core remover installers. So that's it. I also had to get these as well, the spoons, for help, prying the bead over the tire, because the machine didn't come with that. Usually people want to keep those and throw them in the toolbox, and I think that's what happened. But anyway, cross your fingers and toes, because I'm hoping to get this thing back up and running and functioning as it should. And then, if we do that, then I'll move forward with cleaning the machine up a little bit, maybe doing a little touch up on the paint, like in this area here, just to make it look nice. These machines are almost $3,000, and I was able to secure this for a third of that price. And then with the, under $200 in parts and supplies, I'm hoping to be able to put it back together. So let's see what happens. I'll come back to you guys and hope to be able to show you the machine in action. But time will tell. Okay, guys, so stay tuned. Back. I'm starting with trying to change the valve for the foot pedal, but just wanted to give you guys a quick look at the old valve versus the new valve. Here we have the old valve. This is the part that kind of slots into the actual foot pedal, which in this case is that guy. Kind of see it has some grooves right there. But that's what that one bolt goes into. It's kind of filthy in here too, so I think I'm gonna clean it up a bit. But I noticed a couple small differences on the valve. First of all, my old valve, this is all stripped out and was blowing off, so that could be part of the problem. This is one of the mufflers, they say, that I guess lessen the noise you hear from the air. You know, it kind of muffles it a bit. So I noticed that. And the new valve, it has mufflers, but they're a bit different. The major difference I found are the fittings for the airlines. My valve right here is using, what is this? 6 millimeter by 4 millimeter airline, and this appears to be 8 millimeter. But no problem, because these fittings do unscrew. So I'm going to swap those over to resolve that issue. And I noticed this valve has 2 holes on it. I think maybe just to make it a bit more universal. Mine only has 1. And then the actual mounting points, when you put them side by side and you see where the valve is in relation to the other. But there is some room for adjustment here, so I think it's a universal part that should work. Okay, so that's that. Now I'm gonna work on swapping over the fittings and getting it back inside the machine and reconnected. And I think I'll start by testing that first before I tear into swapping in the bead breaker drum. That one, it should be pretty straightforward, but it's a little more effort because it's a bigger, bulky part. But either way, I don't like to jump around too much, so let me focus on trying to fix the one problem first. We have success there, then we can move on to the bead breaker. But just wanted to show this to you, just in case. You never know, you might have a similar situation. Let me check this other fitting. Yeah, I think we may be good there on this one. So I'll have to double check that and make sure I don't need to change that one as well. But yeah, just in case you have a similar situation, who knows, this video might help somebody down the road. So going ahead and documenting it. All right, guys, we'll be back. All right, guys, so as you can see, the new valve is now in place. There you go. And I didn't clean anything up yet. I'm just trying to get the bad boy working. If we get it working, then yeah, I can always clean it up. Real simple to install. It's just held in by 2 Allen screws. So yeah, it swaps out within minutes. Okay, so yeah, I'm gonna fire up the air compressor now, let it build up some pressure, and hopefully we'll be able to see the rim clamps move now. Well, stay tuned, guys. Some good news. And now I'm able to get the rim clamping portions to move. As you can see there, I turned the compressor off just to try to have less noise. But the good news is they now move. Boom. The bad news is noisy as hell. So it's still some kind of air leak. I gotta mess with the valve a little bit and see if it's an adjustment or if I got a bad line somewhere. So very happy to finally see those things move. At first I didn't get them to move. I had to play with the adjustment on the actual valve itself. Yeah, they seem to be working now. Well, that's a good thing. I think I might go ahead now and try to slap a rim in there and make sure that they clamp on good. So, hey, small success. I'll take it. We got to figure out where the hell all this air is leaking from and see what we can do, but forward progress. All right, I'll be back in a bit. And we'll see. All right, guys. So I think we're going to wrap it up here. We got the rim clamped in there. But we do have an air leak. I found that I have at least one fitting that is bad. So the line is having a hard time seating in there. It keeps coming out. I believe that it's just worn out, maybe from the previous owner trying to repair, or I don't know what the heck's going on. But anyway, fear not, as Amazon had some in stock. So went ahead and ordered it on the cheap, very cheap. I think less than $10 for 5 of them. So we'll see how quickly we get those in and try to get it together. I also found that it seems like the bead breaker is working, so I did not install this bad boy, but I'm still keeping it to the side because sometimes it's kind of intermittent. I don't know if it's user error or I need to read the manual and see how that pedal is supposed to actuate that arm, or you know, it could just be gummed up and maybe I do need to replace it or just use it a little bit. The good news is I have the part, so either way, we'll leave it there. I got a tire queued up here, but we got to get through some more repairs. So I think I'm going to just leave it here for now. We accomplished what we wanted to accomplish, was to get the clamp moving, but ultimately we want to be able to mount and dismount tires. So haven't tried that yet. We'll get to it. But for all intents and purposes, this video is a wrap for today. Coming up though, I did get the carpet in that I told you guys I ordered for the 63. I just opened the box to make sure the right color came in, and boom, there it is. I really need to take it out of the box and let it lay out, and not be all curled up, because it's a little bit tough to install them when they come fresh out the box. But I don't know. As you can see, the shop is kind of wet, and I haven't really checked the forecast, so I don't really want to lay it out anywhere and potentially get it wet. So we'll see. I'll just tackle it tomorrow. Tomorrow's Saturday, so when I get to the shop, I'll try to get here maybe a little bit early, lay that thing out and let it relax for an hour or two, and hopefully it'll get its shape, or go back to its natural form, not the rolled up form. And while that's doing that, pull the seats out and take it from there. But let me save some of that for tomorrow, just letting you guys know that's coming up. And yeah, I had intentions to do some sanding on this car today, but I got caught up with the tire machine, so we'll save that for tomorrow too. Maybe while this thing is stretching out, and after I pull the seat out, which won't be too difficult at all, I'll start sanding on this. But we'll see. We'll take it one step at a time. Fear not. The work continues here at Motor City Customs, and I'm your host, Shawnee C. That's it for today, guys. Remember to like, share, and subscribe if you haven't already done so, all right? Take care, stay safe, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.